Hello class. For chapter 4, I will be discussing the general structure of a neuron and its parts. I will also describe the 3 types of neurons and their significance. First off, the nerve cell or neuron is the most basic component of the nervous system. The neuron is made of the cell body, or known as the soma. This structure contains the nucleus. There are small branch-like structures that extend off the cell from the cell body. These are known as dendrites. Dendrites are one way that neurons communicate to one another. They receive information from the axon terminals of other neurons. The next structure is the axon or nerve fiber. One axon per neuron. There is only one axon per neuron, but they extend to many branches known as collaterals and axon terminals. Think of axons as the 5 freeway and the collaterals like the 57, the 91, and the 22. Then the axon terminals are exits like Nutwood Boulevard. So next, I will also describe the 3 kinds of neurons. First, we'll start with afferent or sensory neurons. These neurons carry information to the CNS. They are unipolar, meaning one axon and no dendrites. The cell body and most of the axon are in the PNS, and only the central process of the axon stretch towards the CNS. The second neuron type is efferent or motor neurons. These neurons communicate to the muscles, glands, and other neurons. Efferent neurons consist of 2 types, alpha motor neurons and gamma motor neurons. Alpha motor neurons are more common and found in the brain and spinal cord and innervate voluntary skeletal muscle, while gamma motor neurons are less common and they innervate intervusal fibers, which have sensory receptors and structures which they detect the stretch and the velocity in muscle. The final neuron that I will be discussing is the inner neurons, also known as Renshaw cells. These neurons exist only within the CNS, the brain, and the spinal cord. They connect sensory neurons in an ascending fashion and connecting axons descending from the brain to motor neurons. That concludes my mini lecture. Thank you for listening.